Capricorn, thanks for visiting. And as I always say, if you like this reading, or I always ask, I should say, if you like this reading, could you please like or subscribe or leave a comment only if you would like to. Only do it if you'd like to. And I have everything ready. I'm just going to start your reading for Capricorn people. The first card you have for your past is the Page of Wands. So this is about, I'm seeing this is about creativity, this is about ideas, this is around work. It's around work, but it might be something a little bit outside of work. This is something that's not something that you don't usually do, I'm seeing. Yes, work or business related, but this is something very, very different. You're always very work focused. I see that in your readings all the time, and I know Capricorn usually is anyway. This was something else. This was an idea that you had, or it might be more than one idea, but I'm seeing one main idea that was very out of the normal thing that you do. It was very outside of the norm. You were very excited about this at this time. It was this new idea, it popped into your head. Oh, amazing idea, so creative, so different. I don't know how I'm going to do that. So you're thinking about, you weren't sure how you're going to do this. You were thinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to pull this off? And you weren't able to use your usual skill set or resources you had, or your knowledge. You had to kind of, this was way out of that. This was something completely different. If you look at this page, he wants to take action. He's looking up to the top of this wand. He has this wand in his hand and he says, I can't wait to do something with this. This is fantastic. But he's looking up to the top of it and he's thinking, am I ever going to get to the top of this? Am I ever going to be able to do what I want to do? This is something very exciting and creative and interesting, but am I ever going to get there? Because the wands are all about action, but he's looking up and wondering about this. So yes, he's not sure how he's going to achieve the result he wants, but you know, wands, obviously, they mean action, as I've said, so he's going to try anyway. He's going to try and do whatever he can to do this anyway. It's too exciting for him to not want to do this. And of course, being a Capricorn, you're a hard worker, you're determined, and you do go ahead and push things, you do things. So you will probably work out how to achieve this, and you'll probably be very careful in the way you do that. You'll probably be very organized and very, you'll work this out very carefully. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have, your past, is the Seven of Pentacles. So yes, again, I'm seeing what a hard worker you are and what a consistent worker you are. You know that. I don't need to tell you that. And I know this is a lot of this I'm seeing is about work. I keep on seeing a lot of work in your readings, a lot. But this is, I'm also seeing a relationship here. So I'm also seeing that you could have maybe given up on a relationship, some kind of love situation. It might be a friendship, but I'm seeing a relationship. And yes, at the time when you're with this person, you're putting a lot of work into this, like you do with everything. And this other person wasn't. They weren't putting in the work that you were putting in. You have a history with this person, and you also have a history of attracting these kinds of people. They might be lazy people, but they're just people that aren't stepping up. They're not putting in the work that you put in. This is relationships, but it's also friendships. It's also work, colleagues, all sorts of different people. A lot of people don't seem to put the work in that you put in. That's what I see. And I've seen that quite a bit in your readings, actually. But in this relationship situation, they weren't doing that. And yes, this is a lot of people have done this in your past. They're not prepared to put in, whether it's emotional effort, practical effort, all kinds of things. If this resonates, maybe you should be less available to some of these people. Or if you encounter these kinds of people in the future, don't be as available, don't be quite so giving. That sounds really harsh because you're naturally like that. You naturally like to give to people, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you do have the best intentions toward other people, which is good, of course. But the thing is, when you give the best, you should only accept the best. And at this time, you know, you were giving the best, but you weren't accepting the best. Sometimes you weren't accepting anything. Don't do that. Don't do that. Only accept the best. The last card you have for your past is the Two of Pentacles. So again, I'm seeing more work things. I'm sorry, this is what I'm seeing. This is a work-related situation again. I'm seeing a lot of frustration around this, and I'm seeing someone who you're waiting for someone to do something for some reason. You wanted to finish something, but they couldn't make up their mind. This is a person that's kind of all over the place. They're up and down, up and down. Oh, I'm worried about this. Oh, maybe I can't do this. I'm not ready yet. I'm not prepared. I'm running around like a crazy person. And you were kind of saying, just hurry up and get it done. Just get this thing done. I'm waiting for you for this thing. This is very frustrating. I'm not seeing this as a bad person, but I'm just seeing that this is a kind of they're not a good person to have around. They're kind of all over the place. They're about to fall over. I'm looking at this kind of imbalance. They're kind of a bit crazy, actually. They're not a good person to be around. They're struggling with all kinds of things. And I'm seeing you're feeling frustrated around this person. You're waiting for something. And I'm not seeing this person ever making a proper decision or ever doing anything properly doing anything properly in their life at all. They're not a very stable person. They're a crazy kind of unstable person. You don't want to rely on this person for anything ever. Look at this, drop this in some way. Don't rely on this person. Go about this in a different way. Don't wait on this person. The first card you have for your present is the Ten of Swords, yes. This is a very sad card, obviously. It's a very violent card. It's a terrible card. Don't stress about this card, though. I'm not seeing this it's not as bad as it seems, actually. This is still about this person in the Two of Pentacles, and this is like a warning to you, I'm seeing. Yes, they're not just indecisive, they're very imbalanced, they're very kind of dramatic, they're kind of crazy. And the reason why, I shouldn't say that, but that's what I'm seeing, this kind of crazy person. So they're not just indecisive, they're kind of very dramatic. They have all these huge problems surrounding everything. They kind of run around and say, oh, I can't do that, that's a problem. Oh, I can't do that, that's a problem. Oh, and they start causing all this drama, and they never get anywhere. They're just, as soon as, there's one problem and there's another, they're the kind of person who has, oh, I'm not talking to that person either, or that person's mad at me as well. Oh, I can't call them, they hate me too. Oh, I can't call them, I've had a problem with them. They're the kind of person that has a problem with everyone. And they have a problem with everyone and everything. They're so dramatic, they blow off the handle, they jump up and down. They're just, please, don't keep on going around and round in circles with this person. They're going to drag you down with them. You do not want to be dragged down with this person. You're generally a very optimistic person, especially when it comes to work and your career. You're optimistic, you're a go-getter, you do things. Don't keep on trying to engage with this person. You'll be fighting a losing battle. That's what I'm seeing with this card, fighting a losing battle. You will end up like this man in the Ten of Swords. Not literally, obviously, they're not going to stab you. They're not that crazy, but they are crazy. You don't want to end up like that. Don't let them make you so exhausted that you drop down. Get up, move away from this person. They are crazy. The next card you have, it sounds horrible, but that's what I'm seeing. The next card you have, your present, is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is all about emotions, 100% emotion. She's very kind of, she's very super feminine, like when we see the masculine, we usually say, I probably shouldn't say this, but usually the masculine is very go-getting, strong, non-emotional, and this is the ultra feminine, this is the ultra kind of emotional, yes. So there's not one logical thing about this Queen. She also uses her intuition. That's how she makes her decisions, this Queen. She just goes on her intuitions and her gut feeling. And I'm seeing that this is how you have to be around this person. You have a feeling around this person. This feeling that you get around this person, this is an uneasy feeling, this is a bad feeling. You're getting that feeling for a reason. Use your instincts, whatever it is you want to achieve. You're not going to achieve it with this person. They're actually going to make anything you want to achieve or want to do worse. Get away from this person. I keep on seeing this. The last card you have, your present, is the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm seeing learning here. And yes, instead of dealing with this person in the Two of Pentacles, You might need to learn certain skills yourself so that you can tackle whatever this thing is yourself. You want to finish this thing yourself. You definitely can't rely on this person. You're not going to go anywhere. If you look at this knight, he's standing still, and yes, you'll be standing still if you have to rely on this person. Not only that, you'll be going backwards and then you'll be falling down like this person in the Ten of Swords. No, don't do that. Press ahead, learn something, learn whatever you need to do, get someone else to help you, or do something, do whatever you can to not rely on this person. And that's the only way you're going to be able to move forward. I'm sorry I keep on seeing them all the way through this reading. I'm sorry you have this crazy person in your way. The first card you have for your future is the Five of Pentacles. So again, I'm sorry. I keep on seeing this situation. I can't help it. It's not my fault. I keep on seeing it. This is still going to be frustrating for you. You're still going to be feeling like you're on the outside looking in. You want to achieve this thing. You thought you were going to rely on this crazy person, but you obviously could not and cannot rely on this. Look at these poor people. They want to get inside this church where it's warm. They don't know how to get inside. There's a door somewhere, but they can't see it. It's not right in front of them, so they can't see where it is. They might have to go around the side or around the back of the church. It's there somewhere. So the way you've been going about trying to get inside this door to get to where you want to go has been through this person. And again, this is telling you, get right away from this person. The only way you're going to find the door is to get away from this person and find it yourself. You have the resources, you have the ability, you're smart. You just haven't been able to see where this door is. So stop engaging with this person. Don't let them bring you down. Don't go anywhere near this person. And then you'll be able to find the door to where you want to go. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your future is the Four of Swords. So yes, this person's so exhausting. You're going to just have to take a break from all of this. This has given you so much stress for a while. This person's lying down. They're lying down in peace. They're not lying down like this person in the Ten of Swords dead. You're not going to be dead. You're lying down. You still have a lot of stress hanging over you with these swords, because you're still going to be thinking about the situation in this person and wishing you hadn't wasted your time on them. But you can't go backwards. You can only go forwards. So this is really good. You're just going to take a break for a while. You're just going to rest for a while. And I'm seeing you not wanting to engage with anyone for a while. You want to be completely alone for a while. And that's absolutely fine to want to be like that. You will be talking to everyone that you need to be talking to. You're going to go about your daily business like you normally do. That's absolutely fine. But you'll be taking a mental and emotional break from things, not just this crazy person, but from everyone for a while. You might be meditating. Try and meditate if you can, if this is something you do. You're right not to think about anything, to be not thinking about any big things at this time. Just take a total rest from things. Take a break from everything. When your head's totally clear, then you'll find the solution to this problem. That's what I'm seeing. Take a rest, meditate, slow everything down, and it will come to you. The last card you have for your future is the Hanged Man. So again, I'm seeing the same thing. Patience, resting, waiting. The right solution is going to come to you. I'm just seeing the same thing again. This whole reading has been very repetitive. I'm very sorry about that, but I keep on seeing the same situation. Again, waiting, and the solution will come to you. Look at this Hanged Man. He has a halo. I'll move it so you can see. He has a kind of a halo around his head. I often see that as a light bulb. So you're sitting back, you're just resting, you're meditating, you're waiting, and then the light bulb's going to come to you. You're going to be able to solve this by yourself. That's what's going to happen to you in your future. But all I can say is get away from this crazy person. So Capricorn, I hope this resonated. As you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment. And I'm sorry for repeating myself again. I just kept on seeing the same thing again. But yes, thank you so much for watching.